Good day, everyone. Thank you for listening to TokYo-Yo Talk. My name is T, and I'm very excited to be joined by our next guest today. And actually, I want to make sure I'm going to try to pronounce this properly, but please forgive me. I'm joined by, is it Malte Voss of iYoYo?
Almost perfect.
Oh, okay.
In Germany, we say Malte Voss with like an F sound for the last name, but that was really good.
Oh, thank you. So this is our second time speaking to somebody from iYoYo, so I'm very excited to meet more of the team. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. How's things going for you over there?
Things are going quite well right now. I've lot of stuff to do at university and not that much time for yoyoing, but yeah, it's okay, I guess.
Cool. Going to university now, what are you studying?
I am studying IBS. It's called International Business Studies, which is basically economics with a really fancy name.
Nice. Well, good luck.
Thanks a lot. I guess I need that. There's a lot of stuff to do, so.
Right. All right. So, in case someone who's listening, isn't familiar with the team or doesn't know too much about you guys, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I can if you want to.
Sure.
So I'm Malte Voss. I'm on Team iYoYo. Team iYoYo is a German yo-yo brand which makes, for me, I think the best yo-yos on the market, and I like to play with them a lot.
Like, how did you get started with iYoYo?
Oh, that's quite an interesting story. Back in, I don't know, 2014, I guess. Don't quote me on that. Dave Geigler was on Team Yo-Yo Factory, and I became his protégé, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Like he teaches me some tricks, and I get sponsored by Yo-Yo Factory. And then he left Yo-Yo Factory and thought, yeah, I'm gonna do a new yo-yo brand. And I got to try some of those, and I said, yeah, I want to be on your team, and he didn't hesitate to ask me. So that's how it all started.
Nice. So you one of the first people on the team?
I think one of the first 3 guys or something.
Nice.
The team has grown quite a lot lately. So really proud of all the team members we have.
Yeah, I noticed. I thought I'd been following German nationals a little bit, and I saw a lot of the team there. But then I was reading also that there's team members all over the world now. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. And Kaito Tanaka in Japan, Eli in the USA, and all over the world basically. But the most people are in Germany. So, but we're growing, I guess.
Nice.
Always looking for talented people.
I didn't know that you guys were on Yo-Yo Factory first. I'd never read that before.
Oh, really? Yeah, it was a long time ago, so it's okay.
So what do you think, sets iYoYo apart from other companies or other brands?
As our slogan says, iYoYo dein yo-yo, which translates to your yo-yo, basically. Our goal is to produce yo-yos that fit to every kind of player. So we have, for example, the Fireworks, which is a really aggressive contest throw. I used to use that quite a lot in 2015, I don't know, some time ago. And the Hydra, for example, which is my go-to yo-yo right now, which is more for flow tricks or slower tricks, but it's different. And I don't know, I'm just looking what I have laying on my table here. And the iYoYo Steel, which I'm using for AAA because I love it for AAA. And basically all different kinds of yo-yos, or the Kickstart for beginners. So all different kinds of customers in mind and throwers in mind. So we always try to have the best fitting yo-yo for your needs, basically.
You mentioned you're using the steel for 3A.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which is quite a new topic. I've never told anyone that I'm doing 3A.
Cool.
I'm not good at it, so you won't see any trick circle of me at doing 3A in like the next 6 months or something.
Okay.
But maybe in the future.
Sure. It's your next conquest at competition.
Oh, we'll see. There was a guy on German nationals. He was really good at AAA, so maybe just for fun.
I've never heard of people using like a bimetal for 3A. So people are always like, oh, don't use something that's gonna smack against the other one, or does that scary to you, or you're just like, yeah, whatever, it's fine?
I had to get started with AAA somehow, so I just grabbed the two yoyos that were closest to me and I tried it.
Nice.
Of course, the steels were dinged up quite a lot, but with the steel rings being outside of the rims, it doesn't really destroy the yoyos as much as I thought it would. So it works.
All right. Well, good luck with 3A. That's quite mind-bending. Every time I watch any kind of people doing that, I can't comprehend it.
Me neither. It takes a lot of concentration. So it's not like your usual watching TV and yoyoing session. You really have to concentrate on this one, but it's fun.
So the next thing I was going to ask you was, you mentioned working with Dave. He brought you onto the team. How is it working with him?
It's super fun. So I am doing the social media stuff mostly. So our team is not only about yoyoing. Everyone is kind of doing something different that makes the people special. And like, for example, Paul, the guy who's always making my videos because he's the best at doing videos, is obviously the video guy. And I'm doing the social media stuff most of the time. I mean, everyone else has an account as well, or a password as well, but most of the Instagram stuff comes from me.
That's cool. So everybody's involved in some way.
Yeah.
All right. Kind of switching topics just a little bit, but we talked a bit about competition. I mentioned very briefly German nationals. I only got to watch a few videos. A lot of them are blocked in Japan just because probably music copyright or whatever. But I had a couple people who are subscribers on my channel who were taking video over there and then sending me little files. It was pretty cool. But it looked like you guys really cleaned up over there.
Yeah, I guess. I think we won all the first places this year.
Nice.
Which is quite funny because Coulthard Godet was there and he won X Division. Coulthard Godet, Quentin Godet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The French yo-yo panda. he was at German nationals as well, and he did X Division and he did an absolutely stunning freestyle. You have to watch that one.
He is mind blowing. I don't think anyone should be that talented. It's incredible.
Also, he makes everything he touches a skill toy. You can give this guy $1 bill and he just tries to spin it around and it's crazy.
And always with a smile. I think I didn't hear what you said at first because I've never heard his name pronounced as it should be. So I'm like I was like, whoa, wait, what?
Yeah, it was quite different for me to hear his name in the French pronunciation. It's Coulthard Godet.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's quite hard, or a lot harder than pronouncing my name, right?
I'm not even going to attempt it. So how was the experience of German Nationals? Was that your first time competing?
Well, I've been competing since 2010. Let me check. Yeah, 2010.
Oh, so wow.
Quite a while.
So you've been to German Nationals before as well a lot?
Yeah, yeah. In 2010, I won the sports class division, which is basically like the youth division for younger people. And in 2015 and 16, I got the national artistic performance title. This year, I got second at LP.
Very nice.
It's super fine. Paul from our team won, and he did an amazing show.
Do you enjoy competition? Is it something you really look forward to?
Yeah, this year I got a lot more motivated in doing 1A competitively. I never really understood the concepts behind it. I really was back then just going on stage and doing my tricks, and it didn't really work out that well. But I got some tips here and there to improve. So we'll see. Maybe iYoYo if it takes place, but we don't know where it's going to be.
Hmm. Yeah, I've been learning a lot this year about contest routines and how they score and stuff like that, and it's been interesting to see that like you really have to craft a routine based on gathering points, right?
Hmm.
Is that challenging, or do you enjoy that kind of like meta game?
That's really challenging for me. The most challenging thing is to find music to play to. So um, I don't really like making tricks that click a lot for basically just making them click points.
Mm.
I think the style is more important, but I guess if you want to win, you have to change your style to click points. But I'm fine with not winning 1A if I'm doing a freestyle that is being remembered and has some style.
And so you kind of mentioned that you and other members of the team, other people are winning and it's supporting everybody and all working together to get some titles. It seems like whenever I've seen your guys' team, online or just when talking to people, you have like a really good camaraderie with the team. Like everybody works together really well.
Yeah, iYoYo is family for every one of us. So it's really awesome. Last week, Basti, the now reigning German yo-yo national champion, was in my city, and we met, of course, and went around the city and did some photos and some videos, and it's awesome. It's like meeting your cousin or something. It's great.
Do you think that the team is going to expand anymore, or do you feel like it's good where it is now and you should keep it that way?
I think the team is gonna be expanding, but Dave has the last word on this, obviously. But for all of us, it's important to get to know the person that's gonna be on the team. So if you're doing really really great tricks, that's a plus, of course. But we have to meet the person before we're gonna sponsor them to find out how their characters are and if they fit on the team.
That's really refreshing to know. Just I've spoken to people from One Drop and other companies as well, and that seems to be a really strong point of getting team members these days. Is like they have to fit first. Like their tricks are fine, the skill is fine, but they need to be good people and they need to be part of the social group more.
Yeah, Team iYoYo is not only about getting free yo-yos and free strings and stuff. It's really about friendship. So I really like that.
All right, well that's it for my questions. Shall we jump into our Instagram questions?
Okay.
All right.
Let's see.
All right. So our first question we have here is from Dragon Yo-Yo Strings, who asks, iceberg or steel?
Iceberg, all the way.
That was fast.
Yeah. If you like the steel, you're gonna love the iceberg. So, it's really really big upgrade from the steel for me at least. So, it has way more spin time and way more power than the steel has. And have you tried one by the way?
No, not yet.
Oh, you have to. I also tried to do AAA with it, and I really really like it. I really want to push AAA, by the way.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, it's good.
So yeah, also the colors of the iceberg are awesome. And
excellent. Yeah, it's been getting a lot of great attention. Like on the Reddit has been talking about it a lot. I've been really surprised to hear that everyone agrees with exactly with what you said. It's like way more powerful, although it's half plastic, which seems kind of crazy.
It doesn't really feel like plastic. It kind of sounds like plastic, like you know the usual plastic sound.
Right.
But it doesn't feel like plastic at all. So it's super fast, and it has this huge amount of rim weight, which feels really really unusual. I don't know the spec sheet of the yo-yo, but at least for the steel, it was like the spec sheet was really different from the way it actually felt when you played it. So I'm quite sure it's like it's the same thing with the iceberg.
Our next question is from Old Spinner, who asks or who says tips for throws competing for the first time.
For throws or for throwers?
I'm a bit confused. Maybe we can answer both. So I think he's asking maybe tips for the kind of yo-yo you would use competing for the first time, but we could also give him tips for a first competition as well.
Okay, so for the the first competition yo-yo, I guess that would be the yo-yo that fits your style the most. And I wouldn't use a yo-yo that costs $1,000. So because you need 3 of them, especially when it's your first time on stage and you're nervous and you're getting knots and stuff. So the iceberg might be a good idea. It's cheap, kind of. So I think I'm gonna use the iceberg next time on stage.
Nice.
For one night as well. And for your first time on stage, don't expect that the routine you planned is gonna work out 100% as you want to on stage. So I've never done a competition where all the tricks I wanted to do hit on stage. I might have bad luck there. But as long as you hit your main tricks and you have fun on stage, that's it. Just have fun on stage, and the first contest, it has to be fun.
Next one is from Nicholas Lotman, who asks, what is the best way people can contribute to the yo-yoing community from home or locally?
Whoa, that's an awesome question. Locally, it's a good idea to start yo-yo workshops, because every one of us knows it. It seems to be like a lone hobby, just standing in your room listening to music and play yo-yo. But it's a lot of fun to meet up with other people and get to know other people. Just try to start a local yo-yo club, and even invite people that don't even yo-yo, people who are just interested in playing. And if you have some plastic beginner yo-yos laying around, just hand them to them and show them a few tricks, and maybe a few weeks after they're gonna arrive with a unresponsive yo-yo, and maybe in 2 or 3 years they're gonna be the next national champion.
It's that easy.
Sometimes it is.
No, it's actually surprising to hear how many people who are now pros, started like that.
I think that's the best way to improve yourself at yo-yoing, at least. So you see it in the Czech Republic, that they have a lot of yo-yo clubs. I think at least 2 really big clubs from the local shops. And just because the people meet up that often, they really improve themselves. And they score a lot of points at the contests.
I see a lot of stuff from, is it Slusny? Yeah, very nice answer. I think you're totally right. Like, there needs to be, I think that answers the question too. People always ask, how do we promote yo-yoing more? How do we get it into more people's heads? And you just got to get it in front of people, basically, right?
Yeah, you could also do some kind of school tour, but that takes a lot more effort to plan. I don't really have the time for this right now, but I want to do it sometime. So maybe in the semester break or something, but I think that's a good thing to promote yo-yoing. But it takes a lot of planning.
Right. So our next question here is one that's I'm wondering about personally as well, which is from EOSX44 Draws. By the way, this guy has really excellent tutorials, 44 tutorials on YouTube. You should go check them out. He asks tips on adding slacks into mounts and combos.
Oh, that's a hard question. I don't really plan to do slacks in my combos. Basically, I don't even plan to do the combos the way that I'm doing them. It's all about doing some kind of mistake and seeing that the mistakes look kind of cool. So for this question, I think it would be good to analyze the tricks of contestants that are doing a lot of slacks, and maybe trying to learn some of those tricks and trying to do them differently.
I was watching one of your videos recently, and I did notice there seemed to be a lot of like really quick whips in there, like to the sides. So it says that stuff that you don't really plan, it happens kind of organically, and then you use it, or how?
For the finished combos, it's a composition, but the elements themselves are mostly some kind of accident. So I'm just playing around, watching TV or listening to music. That's my go-to thing. And then I see, whoa, that was kind of cool. Let's see if I can do that one again. And then I try to analyze how I got into the mount before and what mount I get into after doing this leg, and then it all gets together over a lot of time.
Nice. It's very organic.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, well, for me, like, I'm still at the point where I have to really struggle to get set tricks down. So, like, right now I'm doing, like, Wasabi GT is the trick I'm really trying to get down now.
I don't even know what that is. So.
Oh, it's like it's really simple slack, but for me, like, I have to devote my whole brain to that. So that the idea of like kind of playing around and then, oh, I just found a slack accidentally. That just sounds godly to me.
I would suggest that you just do the tricks you can do. So kind of the basics and beyond that. And just play around with that and doing someone else while you're yo-yoing, and then you find stuff that's awesome. Or looks cool. I don't know if the tricks score a lot, but if it's a nice looking slack, I like it.
Our next question is from Blamin, who asks, do you know how to do the Iwasawa Tower? And what is the highest hook you can land?
I knew how to do the Iwasawa Tower. At iYoYC last year, Carlos Braun taught me the trick, but I messed up badly and got a new combo. So basically, it's all about accidents and doing new tricks out of them. So I've hit it, I think, once or twice, but I've never tried again because it's super hard. Yeah. And the other question was how much hooks I can hit? Or
yeah,
something?
The highest hook, yeah.
The highest hook. I think the highest practical hook is the 1.5 hook, which is one of my go-to tricks in a combo. I think I hit the 2.0 once, but to be honest, I've never really tried to do more. Because I think that's a banger everyone's doing, and I just want to do what's fun to me. So.
Yeah, it seemed like for a couple months there was a lot of people trying to like hit 3 or 3.5 or whatever, and it kind of it was just funny because that was the only part of it. And then when you slow those videos down, they always look like they're really like freaking out trying to land it. So it's just
I assume it's super hard. That's why everyone's doing it as a banger on stage. But yeah, that's not my thing, I guess.
And then our last question here is from Andy Kurz, who says, the yo-yoing community in Germany, are there any meetups or anything?
I think his name is Andy Kurz, which might be that he's German, but I don't know. So I used to do some yo-yo club here, but I don't have that much time right now because of university. But Andy, if there's no course at your place, just try to make a new yo-yo club and meet new people. Maybe you find new friends, maybe you find the new German yo-yo champion, or maybe you are gonna be it.
Well, what do you think is a good place to set up a club, or like a good place to set up a yo-yo meet?
I did it in some youth organization. They had some room that was designed for having young people there. And they were really happy about seeing this and someone offering this for free to their people. And they were a lot of young children that I've never seen before, and they just got some yo-yos from us and tried them out, and I think 1 or 2 are still playing. So I think that's a good idea. So some youth organizations in your local area, they're always happy when some interesting thing for free is happening there.
Well, that is all I've got for you today. So yeah, before we head on out of here, is there anything you'd like to put into people's brains? Anything you'd like to leave them with?
I think I've checked every point on my list, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, cool. All right, excellent. Well, I recommend everybody should go on over to Instagram, and they should follow you. It's at, I have it right here, at Malte, Malte .iYoYo. That's
yes.
Yeah, very nice. And you put some awesome trick circles up there. Very nice, smooth style, very fun to watch.
Oh, I know another thing.
Yes.
We have some kind of fun channel on Instagram. Lots of people from Team iYoYo, mostly the younger ones. It's all about fun, and you don't have to take it seriously, but there might be some exclusive trick circles from a lot of us.
All right, I just followed. Check this out. Cool. A quick programming note, the name of his Instagram group has changed. It is now Luft Crew, and the way that is spelled is LUEFT_crew, CREW. Sorry for the interruption. All right, cool. Yeah, those are awesome to see those popping up, like you said, like Fist Salute and Team Whistle, and all these little crews popping up. I like to see these because there's, again, it's like camaraderie.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a thing to remember when yo-yoing. It's not all about contests. It's about friendship and fun.
Mm.
And I think those are great last words.
All right,
that's what I wanted to say.
Perfect way to lead us out.
So, yo-yoing is about fun.
Well, before we head on out of here, I like to ask the guests if they will say the TokYo-Yo catchphrase.
So this was Malte, sayonara.
Beautiful. All right.